Well, everybody, win, loss, win, loss. That's about how this morning felt. I couldn't get anything going this morning. My first morning in weeks, not being able to pull away into a green day. I'm not mad about it. I'm a little bit upset that we didn't get any real opportunities today. I would have loved to have had an awesome day. To just continue the momentum that we saw in the market yesterday with STAK and TPET, had a really good day yesterday. But we didn't see the same follow through today. And of course, the market is down, what, 2.5% today, which is just crazy. Maybe that played a role, but I think there's something bigger at play here, which we're going to talk about why that was today, too. Now, today I traded quite a few things, and we had TPET amongst others, which was just crazy. And I had a good trade out of market open. And then that's sort of where it got tricky, got back and forth. So this morning, just to preface the morning here, it's, of course, there's an oil theme right now with the whole Iranian war situation going on. And so these oil stocks, I was expecting clean day two continuation. The thing is, day three, you're going to say, well, you said that yesterday. Well, just listen. So we have the day one move, which is the first move, the reaction to the news, right? We have day one, which was yesterday, the reaction to the over the weekend conflict, right? The news, where you had all these oil stocks gapping 100, 200, even on VATL, 300%. And then they get super extended. And so yesterday they were a little bit choppy. Now, that's why yesterday, the one that I primarily traded was STAK. That was my biggest winner yesterday, about a 50% win. It was awesome. And today you have that sort of inside bar, trade within its range from yesterday, consolidation day, right? Day one is the first move, day two consolidation, day three potential continuation. That's what I'm expecting going into tomorrow. And I know you're saying, well, you said that yesterday. I was thinking that it would be the case, but for a lot of these setups, they seem like they're trying to consolidate for a possible day three move. That is, if we, of course, have this conflict go on into tomorrow, which I would assume not going to end overnight. So my expectation is tomorrow we likely see some better opportunities. I don't know. I'm crossing my fingers, but I don't want to have any expectations prior. I want to keep my mind blank and just say, look, whatever happens. So I'm going to take it one step, one trade at a time. But see, this morning, a lot of these, like TPET and STAK, they gap up so early. Like on TPET here, this gaps up back at around 7 a.m. Makes a move here. Look at this, from $1.10 all the way to 220. Excuse me, not 7 a.m., 4 a.m. At 4 a.m. this morning to 5:30, makes a move from the 120s all the way to the 220. Like, wow, it's a massive move. That was on last night's watch list, and it already hit targets before we even got after 5 a.m. So that's the problem here is the stock depletes its range back here in pre-market. And then from there, it's got no other range we can trade out of up through here. It's just overextended. And so it's just consolidate, chop. It just didn't trade clean. I kept on trying with this. I had a little play here out of market open. I took the break of the pre-market high, and you can see I played it here. Look at this. 190 to 196. I started with some profit. Then this sells off. Look at this. This thing knifes all the way to $1.60. Then reverses all the way back to 2. So I say, well, shoot, buyers just stepped back in and took this thing back to the highs. Let's try and get the breakout. What do? I take it again, seeing if we couldn't get squeezing up through 2 because this thing was crazy. I'm talking the amount of volume that came in off those lows to reverse was just absurd. And of course, then I get stopped out. And then I take it for another trade. I take a win. And so by now, I've got a win. And it's just like, that sets the tone. I'm already back and forth. I've got a win, I've got a loss, right? Look at this. So I've got win, loss, right? So two losses. Now, mind you, the losses were smaller than the wins, of course, but still, it doesn't matter. It just sets this precedent for your confidence the rest of the morning where it's like, all right, I know it's a choppy day. I just can't really get anything going. I'm just taking one loss. I'm getting chopped around. That's frustrating, man. Then I have BATL, which here, I want you to look at this. I took a loss on this too. Right? We have that offering news early where it halts pending news, offering release. This thing gaps down and then reverses back up. Oh, they didn't really care about the offering apparently. So I try to take a pivot over this because this is the reaction candle here where price sold off after that news. And so I'm looking at this and saying, well, we had the offering announcement here where price gaps a few bucks, what, $7 a share. It breaks back above those highs, and so I try to take pullbacks for the curls back up through those highs. And guess what? No follow through again. But again, the same thing stands here. This gaps up early this morning, 100% gap in pre-market. It's so extended, it just chops around. It's so unbelievably frustrating. That's what we dealt with this morning. So I take a loss on this too. On STAK, I'm a little bit green on this. This was a nice move. I really thought this was going to go. It looks so good. Look at this. I take the 1 minute pullback here as it pulls back off the 90 MA. I get a pop up into the previous candle high, and I was looking for the squeeze up higher through 140. I got to move here from 130 to 137. I try to add down the pullback here because look at this. We held off these lows so well, and I was looking to see if this wanted to get curling back up. And guess what? Nothing. As it begins to hesitate, you can see it tries to curl here and it hesitates. I went ahead and just cut it full. I stopped this from at least becoming a loss. I still have some good profits on this morning on the little 6-cent base hit move. And I've also got some profits on EONR. This goes breaking over this high. Look at this. This is actually a nice trade too. A float here was just a little bit larger, so the range wasn't great. But had a nice trade though, nonetheless. And so similar story here. We have this big gap up in pre-market early. It sets up pretty well, though. Of course, we have volume come in here later on in the morning. This is around, what, 10:15. We get breaking out of this range that was put in place here after market open, right? We have this pretty tight range, these higher lows, and this flat top breakout over the highs. I tried to do the same thing here on TPET, which just didn't work out. I'll show you that as well. Same exact setup. This one actually gave follow through, though. And so we pull back over the high range. And I take an entry and super tight risk. I'm in here at 72 cents with a stop down here off the 90 made at 70.50. So cent and a half of risk. I get a move here to about 74 cents. I wanted to get the break at the high, but we began to see sellers off the highs from pre-market, which sat right around here at 75. Overall, I was pretty happy with the trade. About a 1.5 hour move. But see, same thing happens here. Look at this. I try to take the same entry where we have this range put in here. Look at this. Double top high. Higher lows coming in. We break over the highs. I try to take a pullback after price closed and confirmed. Price gets bought up off that pullback where you can see I try to nail an entry right here. And I look for the breakup higher. And of course, I got a little bit trimmed up into this move. And then it fails to follow through and I cut the rest on the failed break. So it's unfortunate, but same thing that I've traded here ended up working on EONR. So overall today, pretty much a flat day. It's a day that I couldn't really get anything going. It was just literally one step forward, one step backward. And the big thing is, for me, I think the more you trade, the longer you've been doing this. For me, this is my first day that I've really struggled in many weeks. And when I say struggled, I just couldn't make anything. I just couldn't really get anything going. Of course, there's been tough green days, but again. So the big thing is you get so spoiled by the green days and you have these red days from time to time or the flat days or even really small green days where you feel like you just wish you could have done more. And it's really easy to beat yourself up and say, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. It's hindsight 2020. Right now the market's down huge. Things are not trading too clean today as they were yesterday. Right? Things are stuck in a range after the big gap ups yesterday. So you've got to take a step back. And for me, I've just got to look in the mirror and say, look, this was long overdue. It's part of the process. It's a game of probability. It's inevitable, really, is what it boils down to. And that's what I want you guys to understand, too. I notice a lot of people, they'll have a day like today where it's a little small red day or flat day or whatever, and you feel like you should have made more. You feel like you should have brought something home. They go out and chase, enforce, revenge trade, bag hold, end up digging themselves a deeper hole over something that is inevitable and it's just bound to happen. So just accept it. I stepped away early this morning, about 30 minutes early, and I said, you know what? Today's just not the day. I'm not going to sit here and keep getting chopped around back and forth. It's just not worth the risk, not worth, for one, the risk or the opportunity cost of wasting time. So you just got to know when to step away. And today was just one of those days where it was very obvious that we had to step away. So that being said, I'm looking forward to a much funner, is that even a word, funner, a much more enjoyable day tomorrow for day 3. Hopefully a lot of inside bar breakout setups into the close today. That's what I'm expecting. Day 1 gap up, day 2 consolidation, day 3 breakout. That's my assumption. Don't quote me on that. Maybe you do. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. We'll talk about it then. I'm hoping for some good opportunity tomorrow, though. Awesome day yesterday. A little flat day to consolidate for us today. And hopefully take that back up into new highs tomorrow with a nice green day. So that being said, let me know in the comments below how you did today. Hopefully you stuck to your rules and traded well. I know it was very tough out there today. So if you didn't do too well, you're sideways, you didn't make a whole lot of money, don't beat yourself up. It's expected on a day like today. As always, if you did learn a thing or two from this video, make sure to subscribe for daily content just like this. And of course, make sure to claim your 7-day free trial to trade alongside me in real time every single day. Get everything else we have to offer at Momentum as well. And that being said, I'll catch you in the next one, or I'll catch you in the stream tomorrow morning. I'll see you there.